Jennifer, along with my royal friend Miss Trixie.
Hey.
My royal sister Feffy.
Hi.
And my royal friend Miss Lindsay.
Hey.
And today's topic is really good, but Trixie, you want to say something before we go in details?
So we have some royal husbands, our vlogging husbands. Jeremy and Javi are going to be in the background. They didn't feel like being in it today, but because the topic is so good, it definitely involves them.
So we're gonna take their feedback from back there.
Yeah,
yes,
from back there.
Yes.
So remember, you guys, to do all the good stuff. There'll be a playlist somewhere up there for you guys to click. For you guys to click on, and it's very binge worthy.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah,
Listen
follow
to us.
on
Give
our
us a good
social
review,
media.
too.
Yeah, good review, social media.
Feedback.
Yes. And any topics that you guys would like for us to discuss. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, every podcast platform. My special one, I like Spotify. I think
like
your
iTunes.
Amazon.
It's just built in.
I like Amazon.
Yeah, so we're in all of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
make sure you follow, subscribe, and like, and please share with your friends. And maybe there's a juicy topic here that you want to dedicate to a good cheating friend, or a backstabbing friend. Go ahead, send her the link and then block her. Do that. Do that.
So we normally do like, hey, how are you? We do the how's your
Cheers.
day, but let's do our cheers.
Let's do a cheers.
Our cheers are getting empty.
Yeah, they're a little dry.
But yeah, normally, so I think all of our days are good. But the thing is, I'm really like dying to get into this topic. So we are doing green and red flags today. So if you do not know what a green and red flag is, a green flag is something good that you do, a person does in a relationship. It's like, yes, it's go. Like you can move forward with this relationship. And then of course everybody knows what a red flag is, that it's like, don't collect $100, you better stop there in your tracks.
Don't go past go.
Yeah, go to jail.
Yeah.
It's that bad. And the reason why I brought it up to Jen and stuff, and I brought it up to Feffy, is because we always focus on the red flags and we never focus on the green flags. So that's why I feel like we should do this.
True.
But we're all in.
Well, okay. Just because there's green flags, the red flags that we are going to talk about is not for you to be like, oh, but he does this or she does this, so it's okay if he, it balances that. No.
I mean, it's not funny, but
It's not about balancing it. This is about warning you not to get involved with somebody with so many freaking red flags.
Yeah.
And maybe you are in a really good relationship and you don't appreciate them that much. So write down all your green flags and your red flags. And if you have a lot more green flags than red flags, like girls, stay in it, work it, or boys, stay in it and work it.
Yes.
It's just good to recognize what you have.
Yes, true. Very true.
Yeah,
so
like
do
that.
we want to start with the reds or the greens? So we should do a little bit of both.
Should we do like
have a
negativity
feeling-
and then
I have
end
a
it with
feeling The
back
positive?
and
negative
forth.
and the positive.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start.
Doesn't she, by the way, you guys, does she not look so studious with her glasses on? Like, she looks so smart.
Smart.
Yes, like,
No.
she could be a professor at Yale or something.
This is my viejita glasses because
No, but like, you
hitting that age, I need my reading glasses and LASIK. I've had LASIK for 20 years now. It's just now I'm needing to see from far away, but not that much.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with my glasses. Thank you, Brooksville Optical, for my.
It'll be linked down below.
Thank you. So I hope you're watching. Yeah. Anyways, but one of the green flags that I mentioned to my dad when I started dating Javi was that a gentleman. Nowadays there is no gentleman. Like Javi opened the door for me, and when if we went out of the restaurant, he's opening the door, he made sure he was ahead of me to open the door, to do those little details. I'm like, I didn't talk to mommy, I talked to my father. Papi's like, so how was your first date? And I'm like, oh my god, Papi, he's like a gentleman. And he said, really? And I'm like, yeah, because that doesn't exist.
Did you open the door?
No, but he
Like Brooklyn Story?
No,
Like,
he doesn't.
what's that movie?
He doesn't give me a chance.
No, he really doesn't.
I'm not
Like,
complaining.
I know.
He's a step ahead, so he's opening the door, and Papi's like, "What you want him to smack you or something?" I'm like, "No, Papi, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that
You just
wow.
don't see that.
He
Like,
you don't
wowed
see
me.
that.
He
Yeah.
wowed me, and that swept me off my feet.
Yeah.
And little details like that. That was one of the green flags.
Some green flags can be deceiving too, though.
Ooh, so
Ooh,
elaborate.
That could be one of them too. Yes.
So,
No,
elaborate.
no, no. It was
yeah,
good.
elaborate.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Oh,
Oh.
I think I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you're right. You're right. And
Some-
I know
sometimes
from your
I-
case, I know.
Yeah. And it
I
happened to me
know.
too. Like, there are some things that, like I said, yes, some green flags are deceiving. There, some people, you know,
Yeah.
in general, will do things out of their
Is it to make
What's-
themselves look good?
exactly to make themselves look good.
And the people around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all about, you know, but it's really all
It's
about
an
them.
act.
It's all an act, and it's all it's all just it's part of the act and for their benefit. It's
Okay.
for their benefit. So
It makes them feel good that other
it's
people
not a
think
true
that.
green flag. You might think it is, but down the road that turns into a big red flag.
One of my green flags that I had, and I'm sorry that I have to point it to your side with your relationship, it always stayed green red with me, and I was happy for you, but then not happy for you was when that person bought you your first outfit for our party.
Oh,
She
yes.
was so happy, and I'm like, wow.
Because I didn't have time.
No,
like
and
the
that,
party, and I didn't have time, so
it was
he went all
convenient.
out.
Okay, so he bought her a dress, and she was so happy. Look, he bought me a dress. How cute is this? And I'm, that's
Like
cute.
he dressed me up. You know,
He
no
dressed
idea.
her up, and I
Yeah.
get chévere, get chula. That's cute. Yeah, but then when later on, it was like, yeah, he bought me and so clothes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
So
so
that was
it
a
was
second outfit. So to me, the red flag that I'm like, dude, like, whatever. Don't know. I didn't interfere in
Right,
her with it, but
yeah.
I'm like, you don't see that he's dressing you up. He's dressing you up. He's dressing your daughter up. He's picking your outfit. Wow, like it was a control thing. So it not only you.
Mhm.
I have other friends that, oh yeah, he bought me this outfit for the party, and it brought me back to that, and I'm like, it's nice, it's cool. Like if Javi one day is like, hey Jen, I got you this hat, I'm like, oh my god, I got it. But when you're already like, oh, I got you this dress, I'm like, hold up, that's a control method,
Mhm.
a control method. So it's nice once, maybe twice, but when you're buying me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a red
even for,
flag.
like,
When you
a
pull a
birthday.
Kanye West and Kim Kardashian where he went inside her closet and emptied everything out and put new clothes in. I mean, it helped her out at the end, but still, that was a little, you know.
No,
he
hell
did.
no.
It helped her out. No, it elevated her.
He did buy me a whole thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, because nobody knew.
No, I didn't know, but here we are.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
flags.
Yeah, he bought me like a new shirt, shorts. I did look good in them, but
See,
at that time I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, that's nice, because I was working so much.
You were seeing it as a nice gesture.
Yeah, we were working mandatory overtime
Yeah.
at State Farm at that
Yeah.
point. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice because I didn't have time, like,
Mhm.
you know, da 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 da. And then I'm like, now that later on when you told me, I was like, you know what?
those are things that maybe at that moment you didn't see it,
Yeah.
but I saw it, and I see my other friend.
Friend.
It's still happening where I'm like, because he wanted her to, she dressed a certain way, and he wanted her to look more, I don't know, in a dirty way, hoish. Like
Oh.
so he was controlling her to what he wanted her to
What
be
he
or
thought
look like.
she should look like.
I'm like, and I knew her from behind, from way back. I'm like,
Right.
but this is not you. You should feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Like, if I was to wear something that I don't like, hunting clothes, I don't wear a fishing clothes. I don't wear none of that. I'm gonna feel like that's not me. So I'm like, that's a red flag. That's like control.
Well, at the same time, my daughter's dad did that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I grew up in Connecticut.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm Puerto Rican,
Okay.
born in Puerto Rico. When I was 7 years old, I moved to Connecticut. So I'm like Puerto Rican Americanized. I'm not New Yorkican or
Yeah.
whatever.
We're
So
full Rican.
like
We're full Rican.
my style is like alternative, kind of hippie. Like I have different things. So when I met my daughter's dad, he's very like Spanish.
Okay.
So me, I like jeans, t-shirts, boots, like dresses with boots or whatever.
To me, you're Americanized.
Yeah,
You're
but he
Americanized.
wanted me to be
More Latina,
very more Latina, hoop earrings, like tight jeans, heels 24/7, even
Yeah.
cleaning the house.
And
booty
we're not
shorts.
saying that all Latinas dress that
I know. I'm
way.
not saying that every
We're
2
not-
weeks
I
doing
just-
my nails. Like I
Yeah.
had to have an appointment, and he needed to know about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's a red flag.
It is a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be a green flag too. Like if it happens like once, and it's like maybe
Listen,
there's
I
a
don't
dress
mind.
that you saw at a department store and he got it for you. You know, like
I
something
wouldn't mind
like
if
that.
Javi wants to surprise me with a pair of Versace sunglasses.
That's different.
I would be like, Papi.
Yeah, but no,
Take
you
over.
and Javi is like
yeah.
we will not like
No.
determine
no.
that he's
I think
being,
you guys know already that I'm a little strong.
Yeah. We wouldn't be like Javi's trying to control you because he got you sunglasses that you know what
be
I'm
like,
saying.
oh, he knows what she
It's
wants.
completely different.
Yeah.
See, for me, it would be a little bit okay. Jeremy has never, like, he doesn't even dare. I buy him clothes all the time. Like, yeah, but that's different. I know what he likes. But, like, for me, it would be okay. Like, Kim Kardashian and, like, Kanye West, I know they're going through a divorce, but he brought her from, like, $50 clothes to, like, really nice clothes and was like, listen, you need to elevate your life a little bit. And that's, I think that because it's, like, she wasn't really, like, introduced to, like, these nice brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and
But
all this
even
good
if it's
stuff.
expensive or not, like what he did, it's a controlling mechanism.
It is a controlling
And
mechanism.
it's a
That's why
red
they're getting
flag.
divorced.
It's a
Yeah,
red,
that's
it's
one
a
of the
red
things why they're
flag.
getting
It's a
divorced,
way
you know?
big
But
flag.
I'm sorry, at the end of the day, like Kim Kardashian made me very happy that he did it because you look like a ho. Now you look like a very nice, respectable person. You know what I mean?
She's okay.
She's alright.
She's okay. I think J-Lo still kicks your ass. So anyway.
Yeah. But we're not talking about that. But I mean, like her clothes, like he
It's
elevated her.
style wise. It's
He
style
elevated.
wise.
I mean, he did get J-Lo that dress where, remember that
Oh,
first
that was
time
that was good. I gave him props for that. Anyway, we're moving
And that
on.
was a little
We're
Yeah,
moving on.
we're
Moving on the topic.
Yeah.
But another red flag, it's the phone.
Oh, yes.
Why should the heck? I don't even want to cuss.
Or they try to hide their phone, or they put
Oh,
it like
yeah.
this.
Actually have
They put it
Why?
like this.
Yeah.
Why do you need to be on the phone?
Or they have a password. Like they didn't have a
Why?
password for a very long time.
And now you have one.
And all of a sudden, even
You're
though
hiding.
you let them use your phone, we didn't have a phone, and you were like, here's all my shit.
I have nothing
don't
to
have
hide.
anything
I have nothing to
to
hide.
hide. When they get a phone, it's like,
It's like yeah.
if you have nothing to hide.
or
what's
every
this?
time they put their phone down, it's like this.
Yeah.
That's when I
Yes.
grew up with a dad.
Phones down.
That was a
Red
pop,
flag,
so,
ladies
yeah,
or
yeah.
gentlemen.
Phones
Yeah.
down.
Phones down is a red
Yeah,
flag.
it is a red
Phones
flag.
down.
I
Because
do it
you
when I'm
wanna
in
see
a group
something.
of strangers,
That's
or
different.
or if I'm doing this,
But
like
that's
yeah,
the
you know
point.
what I mean. But
That's the point right there. You don't want it to be seen, so
Yeah.
you put it down.
Yeah.
You turn it upside down. The phone, you don't need to be on your damn phone. And if you're working, but you're on your phone, like you need to separate. Like I separate my shit.
Mhm.
Like if I'm with my family or whatever, like and I'm on my phone, it's because I'm taking pictures and I'm on social media. Everybody that knows me, I'm like,
Yeah, we know.
follow
Yeah.
me.
She's
You
like-
know, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not like on conversations with people from I don't know, Venus or something like that.
From Venus?
No,
Or
I'm not.
they're laughing at their phone.
No.
That annoys
Or
me.
like,
I'm like Jeremy will do that, but he's like reading a Reddit, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? And he's like, oh, there's a Reddit thread that I thought
Or
it
they
was
tell
funny,
you
and I'm like, oh,
They tell you it's
okay.
none of your business when you ask.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I
I have an ex that we all went out together. It was like we went out as like double dating, and my ex told my friend, and if you're watching, you know who you are.
I know she watching. She watching. So she does.
He told her that he was going to beat her ass.
Oh.
Okay, since she can't say, I'll say it. Beat her ass. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I was kind of like,
What was there something before this?
Whoa.
Was something
It
happened
was
before
just
this?
because she was saying something.
If it is who it is, I think it is. Our little friend has a big mouth. She's little with a big attitude, very spicy girl, spicy. And our friend would tell
Anyway,
her,
she didn't say anything wrong.
but she would tell her how it is.
She didn't say anything wrong, and he didn't like what she said. But the thing is that was that right there. What he said,
It's
I
even
was
a red flag to you.
for me.
Yeah.
And I was kind of
exactly.
like, and I mean to the point where it went from this having fun to like it escalated to she's like I had her take her outside because she doesn't care,
My
And,
spicy.
and like now in the situation I'm in now, I would have let her, you know what I'm saying? But like I don't like I can't to this day. I'm kind of like it really took me like.
Why?
And then I felt so like
What
I
you
didn't know
guys-
what to do. I kind of was like it put me in a.
No.
Yes.
What did he say? Her partner.
He was. He didn't know really
Awkward.
what it was
To me,
awkward.
awkward.
And the thing is that
was a trigger.
when I went back inside and she was still outside, he's over here talking to his friend, telling him, "Oh, you know how I am. I don't care. I'll beat this. I'll slap." And I was like,
I think these are things that red flags that Pepe probably thought that he will better in the future. He will get better.
yeah, it was really
So
that.
you go back and you're like, wow, that's a huge red flag.
He was a huge red. That was like one of my first red flags that I should have,
Yeah, I think
with that specific ex. It was just like, whoa,
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge one.
See, so for me, a red flag, which is, I guess some people wouldn't consider it a red flag, but Jeremy suffers from bipolarness, and like the first time like he flipped on me, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But because I know what he is going through, like I learned how to I know how to de-escalate. He's never hurt me. He's never no, that doesn't happen. But for me, I'm like, you raise your voice at me, I'm already like, let's go. I put my hands up and I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? But that was the kind of a red flag for me. But it was because I didn't know his situation, and it's like he knows how to control himself. He knows how to do it. But for me, I was like, oh, okay.
I went through something similar with Howie, where it was, but I had to put myself in the situation where he was at, and think about where he was coming from. A red flag, trusting. Like, I thought I had a huge green flag when I opened myself up and like, this is me. Welcome to Jennifer's world. I have nothing to hide.
Oh shit, that's like me.
Here it is.
You're like,
Here it is. And not knowing that he was coming from a relationship, like 2 relationships, that trust was an issue. He had a problem with trust and loyalty. So I thought that I was doing a good thing, and we had problems with that. So we had issues, arguments, and I had to rethink. So it was a red flag from him. It was a red flag. I'm like, oh, hold up. I'm being open with you, honest, and you're using my honesty against me? No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But then and once everything calms down and settles, I'm like, hold up. And I'm not telling you this, so everything that red flag you think it's going to be this way. But in this situation, he came from 2 relationships where loyalty, trust was broken or whatever. And I'm like, hold up. This is where he's coming from. I should be a little understanding, but we might have,
Halfway.
I'm like, how dare you use my against, like, you're using me against me. So no, him switching and trying to be understanding and me trying to be understanding, a green flag for both of us.
You guys worked it out.
We worked it out.
Awesome.
We moved on. I mean, I think we lived together, a year or 2 years before we got married. So for us to get there, we needed to work those little things out. Lies. When you get caught in lies.
Another red flag. Red flag.
And I'm not.
red flag.
And listen. And this one is not from my personal experience. I'm just saying because I've seen it from family members, from friends, and I've seen it a lot. But when you lie about the stupidest shit,
Yes.
Really? Wow. When you're lying from living separate, like she's your roommate and you know we're just come on, really?
To your coworkers.
Or it's just the
anything
stupidest
that's
lie, like the stupidest lie, like wow, if you lie about this, you're gonna lie about that.
Exactly.
So that red flag, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flag is another one. This one, I'm just gonna say it. It's just like, you know, while being married, and well, my husband. A lot of you know, my soon-to-be ex-husband is a veteran in the military, and we were already married. And I used to know his password to his email, so because he has to send me documents and stuff like that. And this red flag was, you know, a flag. Like first of all, I didn't in the beginning. It started out as a green flag because he was trusting me with giving me his password to his email and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, he's not hiding
anything to hide.
Exactly.
There's nothing to hide.
You know, but then when I see an email and he's asking another woman for naked pictures, and there's an actual naked woman, then it's like, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well.
And you're married. You're married.
Wow.
You're already married.
Yeah, that's like more than a red flag, sweetie. That's like on the previous episode.
Yeah.
To me, that's cheating already.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I have a red flag when they check your underwear before you go out.
What?
No
What?
way. Say
What?
No way.
Yeah, I was, and it wasn't like I was going out to
Oh my God.
have a girls' night out or anything like that.
Like
It
you
was
were going to the supermarket?
No, I was going to the courthouse to finalize my parenting plan with my ex and the mediator, our attorney or whatever. Yeah.
Checking your undies before you
Wow.
go.
Yeah, just
To see if you prove.
checking like my underwear to make sure
And you
that
let him. Well, at the
Well, he
you had
pulled
nothing
me
to-
back. What am I gonna do? Like I'm stepping out the door, and it was like,
Oh.
You're kind of like, whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what's this stuck? Whoa, okay.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Wow.
that was like within our first year.
Oh wow.
I think.
Okay.
Well.
I
Woo!
have
crazy,
a lot of
like,
those.
that's-
I have a lot of those.
No,
It's just
red
crazy.
flag. I'm like, I feel like a game. Come on, I need green flags.
Wait, I have a red. Wait,
So-
I have a lot of green flags, but I have one red flag that's stuck in my head. Right
Go
now.
ahead.
Okay,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Get it
So
out. Get it
the
out.
red flag, it's not in my relationship, it's another relationship that I've seen, is constantly being on the phone with the person, like making sure like you know where they're at all times, and every little like time break that the other person has is they need to spend it on the phone with you. For me, that's just
insecurity. They don't trust you.
Yeah.
Get the F out, girl
Definitely
or
a red
boy.
flag.
Get out.
Yeah.
I had a friend like that he needed to, and I'm like, it was always like that. Changing a diaper and always like that. And you know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, and it's like,
You know you
and
are.
later on, she told me like he needed to know everything that she was doing. Because not even at work he trusted her. I'm like, you with your broken neck over here, like I
Yeah,
can't live
right.
like that. I cannot live like that. So why you even? I can't.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so I have one last red
Okay.
flag.
I told you it was gonna be a back and forth.
No, you know why? Because this is like initially, like in the first few days.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Get me.
Okay, so when someone shows interest, right? And in those first, like the first week, when you're like, oh, they're showing interest, right? So you kind of like, you like them, you
Yeah.
pursue them, right? And they reject you, right?
Because I'm like,
They reject you, and the reason why is because they want you to chase them.
What?
no. No.
No.
For example,
That's so old school.
No.
For example, right? They initiate, they invite you, you go there, and they reject you. Like, for example, you're going to kiss them because it's something that was already done before, so you're saying goodbye or whatever, and they back off.
Oh.
So you turn around, you say, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're out.
They come back and they kiss, like they do this like romantic, like whatever kiss. like just to wow you and just kind of like pull you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
That's a green flag.
That's a
Green So that's my
I love
last red flag.
Hell yeah, like they're playing mind games with you.
So yeah, when they start initially just playing mind game or they text you, you text
Especially
them back
from the beginning.
from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some red flags, but I can't talk about them right now.
Okay. We're green.
So let's do some green flags.
Alright.
For me, a green flag is Jeremy knows that I like McDonald's fries. So every time he goes to McDonald's, anytime he goes anywhere, he always brings me back something. Even if I'm like, no, babe, I'm not hungry, he always brings me something because he knows.
I'm like,
And I think that's a green flag because I know like some people are like, some of my friends were like, what? He does that? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, my significant other will never do that. I'm like, well, and he knows. Like,
for those listening on podcast,
yeah.
Mr. Javi brought us next to Muncham while we do our pod YouTube channel.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
thank you. I'm sorry.
automatic.
Like,
Definitely
it's
a
not-
green flag.
You don't see it.
I know, because we were like, green flag.
Here's a green one that it could be it started off as it could be starting at green.
It's like his green shot turning red.
Yeah.
Okay.
When a person tells you it's good to be extra friendly with your surrounding people, like neighbors and stuff like that, because you never know. Okay, for like I believe yes, like I say you're living in a neighborhood, you know, and you want to be nice, you know, you want to be in good terms with your neighbors, you know, which there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that. But when you are also being nice to your neighbors, but out of convenience, that's also a red flag.
What do you mean?
And I mean not just neighbors, but like neighbors or just certain people. I know people who make friends with certain people again out of convenience, as in like
to get something out of that.
out of
because
it.
like they
Yeah.
offer you
Oh
something.
my god.
Like let's say yes. Let's say your ex is a police. And my ex wants to be his buddy, and then he introduces him to all his police buddies. And let's say one day he's driving and he gets stopped.
That's not a green flag. That's convenience for him.
It's convenience, but what I'm trying to say is like he starts off these friendships like that you think that he's just trying to be friendly.
That's
You think that they're being friendly because it comes out, you know, because they're just being them.
Yeah.
No, it's more, and it ends up being that you think it's because they're being.
And I 100% believe in that because
That they're
the
being-
friendships
yes.
the friendships that someone had, they were mostly like, oh yeah, I'll take care of your house, I'll do this while
Right.
you're away.
You keep it, and you know, and
But
it's like,
then later, it was like, well, I did this, so they kind of owe me this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
So Lindsay, do you have any green flags that you can think of?
Yes. Okay, so I did have a very good relationship, and it was my first relationship ever. It was my first boyfriend from high school.
Okay.
And the only reason we broke up is because I moved down here, he didn't like the heat, and he wanted to stay up in Connecticut. So, one of the things is that he wanted to spend the time with me, and I wanted to spend the time with him. So, it wasn't like a game. There was like no games, there was no anything.
Yeah.
It was like whatever
Sincere.
he did, he was very sincere, and it was mostly like for example, like he came down here to visit me because he wanted to see me, he wanted to be here for me. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going down there to visit you, but then you have to come here. You know, like he didn't want anything back. He wanted to
That's
be
a green
there for me. So
That's
that's
such a
a
green flag.
huge green flag. When it's not like they don't play the cat and mouse game
Yeah.
like some of the guys do. Well, after that, like my other relationships, it was more like I want to spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was
like
sincere,
who
that was
you are.
true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Yeah.
Yes. So that's my big green flag.
Yeah. I like that.
And you know
green
what?
flag. I really like it.
And you know what? Like he accepted me for who I was. When I was growing up in Connecticut, he knew my parents. I was very introverted because my parents were very strict. I couldn't like even talk on the phone with my friends from high school. So he understood all that, like where I came from. I had braces, you know, like I wasn't, but he really, really, really loved me. And I really, really loved
Oh my
him.
gosh.
Shout out to that first
Shout
relationship.
Shout out to that
Yes.
first relationship.
Yes. And I was selfish. I didn't want to move back to Connecticut. So I kind of like hurt his feelings because he was willing to like
Yeah.
work it out. I'll wait for you. And
goodness.
when somebody is willing to do that
Yeah.
for you and they have you on that pedestal, like we used to write poems to each other and all like back and forth. Like it was super sweet. Like I always think about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when somebody's there for you, no matter who, like, what your tastes are, what you are, they accept you.
I feel you, and I'm gonna go with my green flag
Go ahead.
because when Harry and I started dating, I don't think I was the number one choice for many people around us,
Right.
and he did not care about what.
Right.
Not mentioning anybody in particular, but he didn't kind of care about anybody, what anybody wanted or whatever. He was thinking about him. He wants me, and that's what he's gonna go
Yeah.
for, and that's it. I'm talking about that was a green flag, like going against your family or,
When they're
or
willing to do that,
friends
yes.
or people
Mhm.
around you. That's
Mhm.
a biggie. I'm pretty sure they want it better for him, which it turns out that I was the best. Yes. But another one of the green flags is right now. Recently, I was telling Trixie like, Javi wakes up at 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, you told me
That's
that.
like the biggest green flag
That's
ever.
He
true.
doesn't have to.
No, he doesn't.
Before,
I'll be like,
before that, I used to do it myself. Like, I used to go to Planet Fitness and go work out
Right.
and do myself. And he was working at night, so I didn't see him at all. So I was doing it myself. Coño, 4 in the morning?
yeah, this is.
Mhm.
And you know what? And I have to give him my little green flag or whatever for me. Like, whenever he's like, Jenny, not today, I'm like, okay, I'll work out in the afternoon.
Right.
Because I'm like, I have to be fair.
Be
and-
considerate. You
Yes,
know, consideration is a big word
flag.
in relationships.
Yeah.
Or-
Yes.
Wait, so he wakes up at 4 in the morning to what? Because you didn't really like go.
He wakes up at 4 in
overnight.
the morning. We have a large property, so he opens the gate, warms up the car, parks it in the edge, so I don't get my sneakers dirty, so I don't get the gym
my
dirty. Turns on my heater. Turns on my
That's
little-
hobby.
turns on my
He
little
warms up
buttons
the
so
car.
my seat is adjusted to my settings, and yeah, everything is hooked up for me. I just have to get and he spoils me. Car is full with gas. I don't pump gas. So okay, that's a spoiler. That's another topic. But that's our. But this is how Javi has been since the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah.
He's had red
Ever
flags.
since I met him,
He's had red
always
flags,
been
and
like
I'm
that.
sure I've had red flags.
Mhm.
Pero in our relationship, I feel the green flags have conquered everything else. Coño, 20 years.
But there's a balance. I remember when you used to make like his lunch. You used to warm up his lunch. and
Not
stuff,
everybody
right?
not everybody,
Yeah, not everybody like that.
everybody
but
like
nobody knows, like, okay, so you do that for him, but he does
this for me.
this for you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I
Yeah.
might not buy him popcorn and put it next to the table, but guess what? You don't have to worry about the
Yeah.
bills because I'm doing it all and you don't have to stress it all out.
Right.
Exactly.
We balance each other out. I did have like somebody at where we worked at that I went to get his pizza because he was working, and she's like, he could get it himself, and I'm like, no, I'm taking it. I'll do it. So she had a little attitude, and I don't know if the attitude was because she thought I was this big girl's gonna have the 2 slices, or he should get his ass up and get the pizza himself.
And that's probably how a lot of American women will.
I think it was more that.
Right,
I think it was more like he needs to get up and get it. Because prior to that, our other job, I had my lunch first, and then Javi had it. We worked together. By the time I was finished, I would heat his lunch up, have it there, his fork, his drink. We're ready. Okay, let's go. And they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you do that." I'm like, "Why not? He treats me like a queen. Why can't I treat him like like a king? He deserves to be treated the same way he's treating me. So why not?"
Like they don't know what you do or he does for
The
you at
details that
home.
he does
like
for
he
me.
does a lot of
And he does want
yeah.
little details. No.
So yeah, those are my little greenies.
For me, one green flag, just piggyback off of like they didn't want you to be together, is one day Jeremy's family, they were.
I didn't say who.
Okay, well, you know, he defends me like against his family, or he defends me against anybody. You know what I mean? Somebody says something wrong about me, he's like, listen, he's like, with all respect, like, I can't, like, you can't do that about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he did it once, and I was kind of like, I was taken back, because he let them do it, and then I was like, listen, babe, like, that didn't feel good. Like, please defend me. Like, if you don't, in your heart, you don't feel like you can do it, then maybe we should separate.
Right.
And he's like, no. And he goes and he defends me, and it's great. I like it. It's like my little knight in shining armor.
Right.
But it's like it's not my battle. So it's like with my family, it's like I defend him because that's my battle.
Right.
Because you know, like he's not going to defend himself against my parents. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a green flag because
I was never
it was one
defended, so that
conversation.
was a big red flag. I was never defended.
Oh wow.
Full of freaking red
yeah.
flags.
Yeah, it's a really big red flag.
Yeah, we should put a little red flag.
I don't
on
know
his
about like I never really with his parents. It was just like
I'm sorry, but there was you two are too nice.
Yeah,
You
we
two
are.
always gave, and I told you once, you always gave that other person the benefit of the doubt that it's always going to change, and you guys always put yourself second and put their feelings first, and that's an effing red flag.
when you make excuses
Yeah.
for their behavior towards you, well, negative behavior to be clear, that's a big red flag.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you always go back to like their childhood. Oh, but they were raised this
Yeah,
way.
I heard that from her.
But you know what?
I'm sorry.
It doesn't give them the right to treat someone who has nothing to do with your childhood, nothing to do with whatever is going on with yourself, to treat them like that. When all they
That's
do,
because Jeremy has a background.
where all they do
background.
is, when a person all they do is love you, when nobody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because I read somewhere recently. I like to read a lot. So I read somewhere recently.
No, I read all the time.
Yeah, it's great. I read somewhere recently where somebody's like, when you're in your like 30s, even your late 20s, like you can't blame what happened to you when you were little. You can't blame that on your present now because you're making your own choices and you're doing what you're doing on your own. Like you know what's right and what's wrong. So like you can't blame what happened to you little because guess what? You know what you're doing. And it's true, like Jeremy hasn't had the best childhood and he treats me like his family's like, oh, she's your queen, and he's like, you definitely know that.
He's not gonna F it up because of his family. He's gonna make it better. That's like my father.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to make it better.
You want to make
Moving
it better.
forward, you want to make it better. You don't want your children or whoever or
You
your
wanna
wife
change
to
that.
experience however your dad treated your mom and it was an abusive relationship. You see that, you don't want to be in that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if his parents were separated and all this crap, why would you want a relationship that is just like theirs? Why not try to make it better? Especially when you have somebody that loves the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, where are you gonna find somebody like that?
No.
Where are you gonna find some, like, they love your faults, they love like who you are, they love
I'm
all
like,
your
that's my man.
ridiculousness.
Go ahead, that's my man. That's
I'm
my man.
just
Keep
saying,
going.
like,
No,
they love you
it's-
inside and out, and they only want the best for you.
Yeah.
When you have that, when you have somebody like that, why would you want to jeopardize that and treat him like shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what he had. Like, I love the hell out of this guy. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Like, it was
But
just
you
like
did.
I always saw something in him
Yeah.
That made you like.
that
turn
made
out.
me, and it wasn't like anything. Like, it wasn't like the intimacy. It wasn't. It was like something within him that I thought that
You love so much.
I love.
You
so
love
much.
so much. You too. I'm gonna go with you too.
Yeah.
Love so much that you guys got blinded where
Yeah,
to the
we
point
did.
where we saw red flags and were mentioned.
We love that person more than we love ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. We had an activity here and he denied you and your
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah. We did.
He was asked by my in-laws, "Oh, that's your girlfriend," and he said, "Oh no, no." And we're like, my jaw dropped. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
yeah, no. And they were dating already for a long time.
Oh wow.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
daughter involved and everything. I'm
Yeah.
like, and my in-laws are like, that's the last time. We don't like him. We're out.
yeah.
And I feel very freely to say this, and I'm pretty sure they'll agree. They're like, oh, what a nasty guy.
Yeah.
For you to deny the woman that's with you and her daughter,
Yeah.
no. So I think we probably mentioned it in the past, and they're like, oh no, he's just like, we're like, you know, whatever excuse she had for that moment. I'm like,
Whatever.
okay.
excuses, I'll
Yeah.
But you
make
know what?
up.
I love Lindsay more than I love him, and she's
Yeah.
my friend, and I'll be here for her. So,
And then after a while, I would just come to the activities by myself to see my social anxiety.
Yeah.
well, that's a red flag. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. Anyways.
Alright, so I know that we're all not perfect, so
No.
Yeah,
I've
we're
asked
not.
Jeremy some of my red flags, and he says I nag a lot, which I know this, okay? Because I know I'm not perfect, but like I nag. Like he is sometimes all over the place, and I'm like, babe, and it's like he's like, stop, babe. He's like, I gotta do this first, and he's like, that's a red flag to me. For me, it's like a little red flag because I can always fix it, and throughout the years I've gotten a little better. But he's like, it's
I don't know.
still
Like,
I see
what are you
it
thinking about
different.
all over the place? Like, you
like
don't-
he has ADHD, so
Okay.
he's constantly like his brain is everywhere.
Okay, so it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
my brother's like that. Okay.
Yeah. He goes for running
Like
a
when
lot
you
to
do?
help him, but sometimes he's just like,
Like, I mean,
It goes
that could be
everywhere,
good,
you know?
because I could see me like from a red flag, like me for having. He's just like, yeah, I nag a lot. The thing is, like with me, the way I see it is like, if I don't tell you this, you're not moving.
You're not
You're not taking it slow.
Exactly.
No, I need to be like, go get the chair. Go get the chair. Did you get the chair? And then
Yeah.
at the last minute, like, damn the chair. I'm
Exactly.
like, I told you so. So yeah, I am that. I'm the wife.
yeah,
Woman, be
I
a-
know, yeah,
yeah, we know that's how it is. So
yeah.
let's
And then for me, a green flag for me that he said is that I defend him for everything. Like his biological family knows not to mess with me because guess what? I will come after you, and I am a crazy person. Like, you know what I mean?
I got that with you. I'm there with you.
Yeah, so he's mine. Like, it's so bad to say. But he's mine, and he's mine to protect, and sometimes he's a little too nice to a fault. So
Yes.
it's like,
And be nice is best sometimes.
yeah, so I gotta be that
Yes.
person. And
Yeah,
be
I know.
nice.
And
Yeah.
now that you're
Yeah.
saying that, and in the past when we started our relationship, I've told Javi, and I've mentioned to people surrounding him, like, don't F with him.
Yeah.
Don't F with his feelings.
No,
Don't. Because
Javi is really.
he is a very
he
nice
is.
person.
So-
He
Very
only
nice.
means
Like,
well.
Yeah, he does.
He only means well. So if you try to play him for a fool or talk negative or put him down in front of you, we are going to have an issue.
Somebody,
So
you
I
know,
think
like,
that's a green flag for me
no,
for
'cause
him.
Javi
No,
is
that is a
so
green
nice. Javi
Don't.
is so nice.
Like, you don't find
And
that
you don't know
anywhere.
him. If you don't know him, like you can misinterpret it for something else.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And he doesn't mean that at
No.
all.
And he doesn't even know that he's
No,
like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my
Yeah.
god. I was
Yeah.
just trying to help. I was just being nice. You
yes,
know.
yes. So,
Yeah.
yep, we're good.
Yeah.
So, Lindsay, do you think you have any red flags that you're willing to, like, share?
I thought I shared.
No, like you on you, like your little
You.
self-reflection. It's okay, you don't have to, but like, you know.
My self-reflection, It's so hard right now because a lot of the things, man. So red flags. One, mind games.
Okay.
I don't like the whole like ghosting or whatever. Like if you wanna be honest with me and go out on a date or whatever, say. Don't play mind games with me. I'm not up for that. You know? Another one would be let me see.
But
Your red
yourself,
flag.
your
What do you
red
mean
flag.
by red
Of
flag?
yourself.
You.
Do
Like,
you
I
have any
know, I
red
know for a
flags?
fact that some people around me would say that I'm a,
Oh.
and it's
That's
not
me.
that. Like, me and my sister here, she's sweet, I'm a B. That's what
I
they
don't
say.
know. A lot of between my daughter's dad.
I'm
like,
like,
he said that I was, when he first met me, he said I was too nice.
that is bad.
I guess that is a
'Cause
red
people,
flag.
that's what happened
Because
with
people
Javi.
take advantage.
Well,
Exactly.
I think that's my red
Knowing
flag.
that-
You need to have a backbone.
Well, now I have a
Yeah.
really huge, like,
Steel backbone. Boom.
steel freaking backbone after all these years.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to go through hell and back to get that backbone, but
It
it's good
sucks.
that you have it
It's
now.
the same thing with having 2 marriages, so
No.
we could.
Not
Exactly.
red flag. Not for me. Not knowing how to say no when you can.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it's in general for anything. Like,
You could say no when Javi
you know
has
what
a
I'm saying?
problem.
Yeah,
Like
you
me,
don't
as
want
like in my business that I had.
Yeah.
Like I could be like, oh my god. I could be. I'm like
Yeah,
stressed
she
out,
won't say
and then
no.
a person would be like, Fefe, can you please? And I'm like,
And then you kind of like.
let me see what I can
yeah.
do. Let me see what. And then I'm
I'm
over
kind of
here.
the same way.
And I don't, okay, with me, I don't try to do it on purpose. Javi says it, I've heard my family say that I could be a B. You know what that means? But an example,
Queen bee.
an example, and I'm just, okay, Fefe had a business, a spa business. And Fefe, you better not go to her now, because I am here. I'm her older sister, and I got her back, and I will hurt you. Not literally, but I will hurt you somehow. But she would be the nice one, like, hi Jenny, she's getting married and she needs her makeup done, and I'm like,
Well, there's a cost.
yeah, no, and she doesn't have a lot of money. I'm like, well, she could go home and do her makeup. Simple.
It's
Why is
simple.
she? Why are you going to a day? I guess the big sister. Why are you going to a day spa to get your makeup done if you cannot afford it? I'm not gonna go get a photographer if I don't have the money. I'm gonna, Pepito, take the camera and take the pictures. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So I have to balance it out and be like, and that's what Javi and I. That's
It's a balance.
yeah, like no, we're not doing that because they're like walking over you. And Javi sometimes they goes the same way. He's like, Jenny, you're being mean. Like you need to. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But at the same
But
time,
I have to.
why
I'm like,
would you
no.
schedule an appointment?
You
for
want to
a
call me
spa?
that? That's fine. But it is what it is. Like it's $35. It's $35. That's what it is. But I'm like, no. We gotta pay rent. We gotta pay our employees. That's not how it goes. So I had to be the strong one. So that's where like I'm like, oh, she's the sweet sister. I'm not the sweet sister. But it's not that I'm not trying to be a B on purpose. It's the reality. This is it. This is it. You're gonna get a service. This is the price. You're my friend. You're my client. We have to separate those two things. It is what it is.
Right.
And I'm sorry because I have to pay a mortgage. I gotta pay you. It is what it is. So yeah, that's how they compare both of us.
Yeah.
Watch
So
out.
Lindsay, I know you have a lot of
Watch
green
out.
flags, but give me a green flag for you, for yourself, that you
For
see yourself.
myself,
Yeah. I know you have a lot. 'Cause you're awesome.
yeah, no, I do
Give
have
us
a lot.
one. You guys are all awesome. Like,
No,
women.
she makes great drinks.
I know, right? I'm like feeling it a little bit. I'm like, ooh.
I am very honest. That's a big red flag. Like, I'm
See, to
super
me,
honest.
that's not a red flag. It's,
I mean,
know what I'm
green
getting
flag,
from
green
you.
flag.
green
I'm
flag.
a
Oh, okay, I was like,
green
you
flag.
said red. I'm like,
I
to me,
say
that's
already
like
red that I'm in green, but I said red.
It's okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's a
so
good one.
yeah, like I'm really honest. Especially now, I'm even more like, even in my next relationship or whatever, dating or whatever, and if I'm not attracted to you or it's not going anywhere or just you're gonna hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
I heard it's not
And
working out.
you've
It's not
already
working
told
out.
you,
I'm
yeah,
out.
yeah, and you've already.
That's good, and I
kind of seen
give
it
you
because
yes.
the next relationship, I'm not just gonna be all in just like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take my time,
Yeah.
work on myself, and
Yeah.
you know.
All right, Peppy, green flag for you.
My baby, she's so sweet. She's so
I know she has so many green flags, but
I mean, I'm honest too.
Yeah.
I like to be honest.
It's.
I do. I like to be honest. I'm just like you.
She's so sweet.
No, when I first met Feffy, we were both pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're both pregnant. Yeah.
Aw.
We were both
Yeah.
pregnant. She told me, like, my sister.
When you
she's
had
in
the baby,
Hawaii.
to Feffy
yeah,
to
and
see
Feffy
you.
came to see
She's
me
like,
or
with her-
whatever.
with
It
her
was the
baby.
first time I met Feffy.
Yeah.
And, like, we just kind of, like.
I'm just. That's
clicked,
just
you know?
how I
It's just
am.
the way
That's her
she is.
personality.
My
Yeah.
personality. I'm a very loving person.
My
She is.
my green flag, if anybody wants to know, is
Very
that
I'm all
really-
about love.
Yeah.
You are,
Right
and
there
I
with the
am
love
too.
relationship.
I know love. Okay, so what's your green flag?
What's your green flag,
I'm just
Jen?
Yeah, well, honest.
My
Honest and
green
blunt is
flag
like the same
is
thing.
my green flag is this is what you see.
This is
what
what you get.
This is what you see. This is what you get. This is what you see. This is what you get.
What you
So-
get? What you? Okay, stop.
Go ahead, wrap it. So that's one of the things that Harry told me when we were dating. On our date, he's like, you know what I like about you? That I could be me.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, that's awesome.
And I'm like, okay, like, what do you have to be with me? And he's like, no, like, I could say, oops, coño, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with that? He said, no, because he had to watch what he said or what
yeah.
he did. And I probably spitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
the
spitter. I'm a spitter.
M&M's are the M&M's.
Yeah, so
I know, I'm like,
me, I don't want that. I want you to be you. I want you to be genuine with me, and I want to be the same with
Right.
you. I don't want to walk on
Eggshells.
around you. I just want to be me.
Eggshells, fire.
And that's it. That's it. So that was a very green flag, and that's one of the things that Javi told me that he loved about me. That I'm me, and there's no surprises around
Yeah,
that.
she's not mad. You
So
being
even
you.
if it's being a B or not, or correcting or whatever, or nagging,
This is me.
this is it. This is
Here
it.
I come.
Oh, don't see that. Yeah. So that's one of the things. And I think I've been like that with employees.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I've been like that with.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
awesome.
you've been
Yeah.
like that since
And not, I'm not saying that I'm an awesome boss and everything, but
I
people
mean,
say it.
you just gave me like
job.
you just gave me a massage certificate, like just
I'm
for
like-
being your employee. So I'm like so excited. Like you don't understand, I cried for that. I know. I saw it. I was like,
You
oh
better
my
book that.
I need a book. So for me, I kind of already gave my green flag, but I think it's more me just being protective. Like if you're in my little club, you're in my little family, you're in my tribe, I will protect you with everything. And listen, I could be lethal. Like it's bad. Like I'm young, so it's like
Because
Yeah.
I can, okay, as nice as you see me, you rub me the wrong way, I don't like you, or whatever it is, or you do something,
yeah.
I can be a B.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I have like the zen, and even my boss tells me like, you're so zen. You're like, da, 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 da. But rub me the wrong way, and you really have to rub me the wrong way
Yeah.
for a while. But once you do, you're done. It's done.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we wrapped up on that green and red flags. I think it was really good. I think that we kind of talked about some green flags that we didn't think about. We talked a lot about red flags
I got a
that,
contest. I got a contest.
Okay, she got a contest.
I got a contest.
Oh.
So
Share your contest.
if you hear this podcast, whose number is this? 6?
I think yes,
6, 7. No, 7.
7.
I have no idea. But if you do listen to this podcast,
It's 6.
wherever you listen, if it's in YouTube, if you see it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, could you send me a comment with 3 green flags, 3 black flags on a relationship?
Yeah.
Let me know, and I got a gift for you. The first person. I just
Oh,
want.
she got a gift for you.
I have a keeping it real gift that we're going to give out. Ooh, sorry. There's a lot of peanut in here, by the way.
Yeah, bro.
Now we know not to use that mic.
Yeah.
That's Jen's mic.
This is my mind.
should
So
write your name on
if you get your comments in first, let me know how. Hey Jen, am I first or whatever? Either of us,
Or no, she'll let you know because
We got
it's
it.
gonna be on. You comment either on podcast, either on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube. Those are the 3 platforms that you comment on, and then we will
Or
definitely
social
let you know.
media, because some people watch the YouTube channel.
Or yeah, or you can just
My mom
head
is a big
over.
fan.
Yeah,
My mom is watching. Hi, Mom.
on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, just
Okay,
comment
okay.
below.
Let us know. No, listen. Last time I sat down with her discussing about the type of friendship, and she's not feeling good, and she got really like coughing a lot because she got too excited. So she wanted to really discuss. She was bringing it down. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go home now because I don't want you to. I don't want you to get sick.
And you know, like your mom will be a great worst critic.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Girl, she already gave me some tips.
Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, that'd be
So
awesome.
let's do that. You send me your 3 green, 3 red. You're the first. You get the little gift that I have in my thingy back there. Okay, guys.
Awesome.
My
Alright,
little secret.
so we're gonna be doing thought of the day. This is more about like a liar and stuff like that because I feel like that's a lot of red flags. So the trust of the innocent is the liar's most useful tool.
The what? Repeat that
The
again.
trust of the innocent.
The trust of the innocent is the liar's most useful tool.
Yeah, like you're being really nice, like you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you
so the
did.
same
The
situation that we were
situation that you
in,
both are in,
So the
they
trust of
use
the
that
innocent,
against you too.
they
Oh,
use
wow.
it
That's what
against us because
Wow.
they know
That is
that
your
we're
tool.
honest.
That
So
is
they
your tool.
oh my god, I just got
Woo!
flashbacks.
That was
freaking
And that's a
in the
humongous-
last 10
That's
years.
deep.
That is deep.
That is really deep. That's
I
right.
will post that on our social media,
Yes.
like you know when so that you guys can get your thoughts. But yeah, it's.
I
very
also
deep.
wanted to share
can
with
write a
you
whole
guys.
thing.
Wow. I'm like, wow.
We
Yeah.
also have an email that if you have any topic, and by the way, you can stay anonymous. You don't have to tell us your name or names of the stories. We have an email and we have a text that you can text us whatever topic you want. So we have those 2 things that Lynn, I'm calling her Lynn now, or Lindsay. Trixie will add it in our little
Yeah, I'll put
bio
it.
information.
I'll put it in our description so you
Yeah.
guys can click on it. So just to share a little bit, like what other people has been giving us feedback on is apparently you guys want to know about the pot run. If you guys saw episode, what was it, 3? Yeah, episode 3 with Indecent Proposal. I really appreciate you guys watching it. But like, you guys want to know about the pot run? So I'm not gonna give you guys any details right now, just because like Jeremy's still thinking about that decision, you know. But stay tuned because the next episode.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was an example that I brought up. It was a joke.
But I really appreciate you guys for listening because me and
I'm
Jen.
like, I haven't listened to that one yet.
Oh, you gotta listen to
Oh.
it. Me and Jen were like, we saw it and we're like, oh yes, yeah. But yeah, that pot run, like, yeah. So we
It was a
really
joke.
appreciate you guys. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Is pot or pot?
P-O-T.
P-O-T.
Oh, pot. Oh.
And if you guys want us,
Doggy dog.
yeah, and if you guys want us to talk about that subject, I will be more than happy to do it. Me myself, I will do it because I don't know if Jen would want to do it, but I will do it. I don't care. Like you guys know me. Like you know, I will be more happy than to talk about it. But yeah. So thank you again, you guys. Remember to do all the good things. You know what all the good things are. It's like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on that bell notification. Write us an awesome review on iTunes and on Spotify so that our numbers can go up and that we can, you know, get put into the regular stuff. Like, we try to make a living out of this. Help us out, please.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then, do you have anything else to
We're
say?
good. We're good.
We're
We're
good.
good? All right.
Hungry.
Remember to stay royal, and we'll see you in the next one.